I'm having such a fun day. So now that I'm able to regulate all this stuff and I'm able to parse out the data and watch all the different tracks kind of play in my head, and then I'm able to link and connect all the pieces and see how the program is just interlinking in there, in my body, in my mind, and in my DNA, and how I'm reading my DNA. And it's really, really cool. And so what was it? It was 2 weeks ago, I kept feeling the word in my heart, Faraday chamber, Faraday chamber. And I'm like, what the fuck's a Faraday chamber? Like, I watch a lot of Big Bang Theory, so I've heard that word before. What is it? And so as per finally, it got loud enough, and I went and I Googled Faraday chamber. And I was like, okay, that is so fascinating. That is so fascinating. And so then, sorry, I'm just, as my body's talking to me, like as I'm realizing and seeing how I'm piecing that puzzle together, my body is taking an opportunity to get loud and communicate something to me, because there's obviously some stuff, the birds are irritated. And so I can feel that they're zapping me, trying to zonk me, because I just made such a cool connection. And so, the I, Adam, being able to wound or inflict or interfere with Eve's mind, and her interfering with his steps, and his choices and his ethics, really, like every time they zap me, that's why I'm like, hit me harder, because it's code for like, okay, I'm ready. And then how I knew my body and my memory was reminding me that that's what I needed to do, was just keep saying hit me harder as an invitation, like to my team, spiritual team, to say, okay, my body is on board with my heart as well, and I've got control of my mind. So hit me harder is code for my tribe and all of my kingdom's people, at a galactic level, is code for, it's not going to break us. We're just calling in more reinforcements. Hit me harder. I dare you to, because my people are going to hit me harder with resources when you do. And so it's just this cool thing. And so obviously they irritate everybody with their zapping, these aliens, these worms, these galactic worms. And so I'm learning just not to get pissed off that I'm being interrupted, because I know what I want to say. I just wait till it settles, and then eventually the piecing is even faster and better, because I'm not thinking about it, so it just kind of clicks. Anyway, so I was just about to come on here and record a song, because I really do need to live in like just a glass house. And it's better if I do my work in the world, because then it'll really be brick and mortar, me discovering things real time, just in interactions with people. But this experience of I'm just connecting. The awareness of the ancient languages of programming, music, all the different programs that I have going on in my mind, the different pieces, parts, and elements. And I just really, and then discovering that, oh yeah, oops, I am the Baltic princess. I am the Habsburg princess. And because of how I've gotten to where I've gotten, how I'm publicly publishing my work, I am walking away from the material things, and trusting that the material things I will have to do all the good things that I want to do, that I don't have to go crooked, that I don't have to give up my agency or my power, and I don't have to apologize for all that I know. And so it's really cool and fun. And so I'm just trying to be in peace, because these parallels happen. So where the real people that are your tribe and the people that look like the people that are your tribe get in there, and it's just like this big mind fuck. Plus you've got this zapping happening, all this radiation on your body, electricity, and then your brain is like full of all this data, and you don't know if you're coming or going, and if you don't know if you can trust this guy or that guy, and you don't know when the next Agent Smith is going to pop itself out of there, whatever. And you don't know if what the intuition you're getting is a warning or a clue that you're on point because your system's all fucked up and fucked with. So your compass is like just spinning all the time. And so I'm writing the physics of one of the physics of something lessons that I have, or the concepts that I'm going to be teaching out in the world, because I got to get the curriculum out there so people can see I'm not just talking nonsense. So this is a very strategic analysis that I'm going to go do. Yes, my personal life is the reality. And also I still run 2 businesses. I still owe a lot of debt, and I still have my son to take care of. And I have to teach my work, which until I get my shit together at a soul level and deal with the authenticity of my traumas and dramas and wounds at a soul level, and modeling that we can do things differently at a soul level, regardless of our physical circumstances. Until I do that, then I won't be achieving what I committed in my motherhood, and I don't deserve to mother my son. And so this is some tough love to self, and also a serious Saturn return of listening to my grandfathers and my great-grandfathers and my great-great-grandfathers, all the grandfathers that acted as Boaz and allowed all of the women, the powerful women, and awakened women, divine women, to sleep at their feet instead of needing to take something from them, sleep at their feet and eat from their fields instead of using their bodies and their genius just because they could. And so, and spiritual divine connection because they could. And so, I'm walking the talk. I'm taking ownership for where I added toxic fuel to the fire at every soul level, at every soul incarnation, where I came in and that round just, had an epic flop yet again in the exact same outcome. And I can talk to you about this on a personal level, or I can just keep it generic, artistic, and vague, so that you can keep tapping into your wisdom, because I don't want you to regurgitate mine. That was the mistake I keep making. A, thinking that you need it when I'm ready. B, regurgitating it and structuring it in a way that I need you to spit it out so that I can understand it. And then holding you accountable for the consequences of my actions when I fucked up. Or as they say, fuck the dog. And I used to hate that expression. It was so offensive to me, but I understand it now. I understand curse words. They are words where you are damning yourself to some awful, awful consequences. That expression, fuck the dog. Man's best friend is also known as dogs, right? Dogs are man's best friends. I've been referring to myself as the birthing bitch. Fuck the dog, man's best friend. Fuck the dog, man's best friend. Oh. And so I'm like drinking my own bitter, cocky medicine, because I'm sitting here writing something, thinking something, and listening to something, as I always am, all at once. And then I ended up, I've been thinking a lot about the cross and how that's like who models and shows the truth of my soul tribe, my people, my four directions peoples versus my baby daddy's four direction peoples. And even though we carry sometimes the same last name, we don't carry the same essence, the same middle name. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Those are the most basic foundational programming languages of computers. As always. Red, yellow, blue. With 3 colors, you can make a 4th. And so that's what I was doing. I was writing the physics of business. I was introducing the physics of business. And so as I was thinking of the elements, because I'm reading 2 of Deborah Silverman's books as I finished her first 2 levels of her foundational astrology training. And by finished, I mean I signed up for them, I paid for them. I think I paid for all of them. But I haven't gone through all the content, but I have just the way that I unravel the spiral of knowledge in myself, the coils of my DNA, as you will, reading my DNA, the wisdom in my heart. That little cocky face was for my friends, because they're going to know exactly what I mean. And I'm reading her I Don't Believe in Astrology. So 2 courses, 2 books, 4 kind of foundational structures there. They positioned that I should continue to study medical astrology, which makes absolute perfect fucking sense to me. So medical astrology is what I'll be focusing on Q1 and Q2 2026. And I'm really hoping that the research from my Elgin County circuit here in this summer 2025 will help me pretty much move the needle on whatever trauma I have around astrology and foundational building languages that I seem to have internalized at a soul level into a lack of worthiness of my power. And that manifests as being the devil, the worst, like the rebel, like the catalyst for calamity, basically. But it can also be the catalyst for renewal. And so that's really what I'm transmuting in this lifetime. Sorry, I need a burp. That's a big release. That's really stuck. That's going to need a whole few hours. Oh, that one's right in the chest cavity. I can feel that all along the right upper side, right down to my fingertips. So from a somatic resonance standpoint, or somatic resonance trauma healing standpoint, I will be coming back to this sensation to revisit it so that I can work out that tissue memory and start to understand how it's communicating with me, so that when I am being biohacked, it doesn't get loud enough to wipe out my myelin sheath and keep me connected, okay? So it's really a whole thing. So yeah, as I look at all of these foundational, I know I need to go back to basics, the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s. So I'm going back to foundational astrology, and then the soul foundations of universal laws, which I attempted to do the universal laws with Kathleen Cameron after the manifest event where I claimed I was an oracle, and I got myself that resource to be able to invest in the program, the laws program, through RBC, my RBC business, expanding my RBC business account, and then they granted me access to a current account as well. And so that opened the door to a whole lot more education that I wouldn't have been able to. And just like when I did the Boss Babe stuff and Kathleen Cameron again, I went into a total freeze and never went into the work. So I went into my body and I was like, why? Why do I keep freezing every time I buy their programs, every time I go into this big thing? And I almost threatened to go there with Deborah Silverman, but I was already committed to a no, I'm not backing down no matter what. When I posted the hashtag translating trauma, when I started posting that series on Instagram, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna look batshit crazy. I can't explain it, but I know I need to be modeling this as I'm discovering it. I need to not hide it till the end, because the lesson is in the journey, not in the product. And so I said, fuck it, you gotta break your own heart and go for broke. Just like when I sent my my son's grandfather that SOS, where I'm like, you're the first person I'm telling I'm a genius. And I don't know if you're the right one or the wrong one. But sir, can I please have the pass? May you please hit go. And I still don't know who hit the go button on all of this. I still don't know who's on what team, who's a worm, who's an octopus. I haven't figured that shit out yet. Who's Ariel and who's Ursula? There's so many players, and there's only half cuts of all the movies because they keep erasing the rest. And so I finally got a really good sleep, and they're zapping me like crazy. So that means my channel was wide open. It was so crisp and clear because I'm integrated. I'm not doubting myself. And I slept. And I'm practicing something new. So it was just, it's just a wonderful day. It's Sunday. It's the day after Interrimi. It's the day after solstice. It's a new year. And it's not even noon. And I have so much fullness spiritually right now that I don't feel bloated, but I'm definitely burping a lot. So anyways, it's this magical time of finding my friends, realizing that I don't have to worry because I know exactly who my tribe is now. I know all the languages. I can hear them. I can feel them. I can see them. And I can translate them too now. So it's really lots of fun. Welcome to Everland, everyone. Captain Hook. You all know about Captain Hook, and he told you about the Lost Boys and Never Never Land. Well, I'm the fairy godmother of Everland, so we're all good, y'all. You take your time growing at whatever pace you want, family, because you have got no problem. boot camp has been on for a long time. For y'all, case in point with the fact that I was born in 84 and it is 25 and I have just gotten here. Jesus was questioning the rabbis at 12. Well, apparently at the Astrodome at the convention, I was questioning my father about some very serious things that he could hear and understand, but that nobody else could. And because he's a prince, he heard me loud and clear. And he's been protecting me ever since. And he may be turncoat now, but it's all good. I'm free. And so I came on to, because I wrote an email. I don't know, Donald Trump, I call him Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump has, because he's not my president, right? Just like I don't call Jehovah my God. Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump has this endearing way of being himself. And the other day, when I was having such a good clarity moment, Zen, I happened upon a video where he's like, I don't know, I might waive the tariffs, I might do this, I might do that. Or, what else did he say? This is the part that clued me in and made me crack up real hard. Was when he's like, you don't know what I'll do. That is a man of faith. We don't know what side he's on, but he knows what side he's on. And he has full-fledged faith that shit is gonna work itself out and that all the right people are gonna pull the right strings and that he's gonna say the right thing at the right time. Because he's like, you just don't know what I'm gonna do. And it made me laugh so hard because that's how I feel every time I look around the riverbed. Look around the riverbed. I can just around the riverbed. I'll look once more just around the riverbed. And so it just makes me laugh so hard because I hear those clues. And it's like, remember this part of your composition. And remember this part of your composition. And this one's a little bit mezzo piano. And this one's a little bit more mezzo forte. And no. Unless you crescendo right here, they won't feel it. You have to crescendo right here. And then when you get to the tip of the crescendo, you let it dance right here. Because this is the physical heart. And this is the soul heart. The one that keeps the pace. This is why my son's hand is here. In gold, which is the soul. Blue, which is water. And green, which is earth. Soul, water, and earth, keeping the pace of my heart. Even if they did get the tattoo artist that is destined to kill the horned rabbit, to tattoo it. How do I know this is where I was to get my heart paced? That my true colors would be given to me over my heart pace by my enemies. That they would finally free my tissues to let it through. How did I know that my peacock feathers never lie? Because I'm a woman of faith. I have always been. And I might not know what I'll do, but I know that once I did it, and once I created it, I will translate and understand immediately the lesson that I need. And for that, I thank my noble steed, my body. And my soul family, the one that my son's DNA carries, that helped me clear all the red hate from my blood. And what started all of this is my father is White Cross and my mother Illuminati. That's how I know I am the divine princess.